it's been a good while since I made a video, and I guess the last one was the plow day, about a month ago, and it's been a lot going on, and just haven't had time to film anything until now. So I'm home for 10 days, and anyways, here's the truck. Did well after the plow day, going out there. Figured out it probably got around 16 to 18 miles to the gallon, around there, because it was completely filled up when we left, and we got there in about quarter tank. We still had 3/4 left, and then it was just under a half after we got back, because more hills. But she did really well. She definitely needed that. She runs a lot better now. Just needed cleaned out, but that's pretty close. Oh well. And one of the things that we're going to have to do here is redo the bed liner, because for some reason it's coming off. But I'm going to do a video on that, recoating it. I didn't make one whenever we first put it on, but I'm going to probably try to do it maybe another 2 coats. But anyways, everything's holding up really well. Still looks nice and clean under there. Nice and painted still. And pretty much it. It's just running really well, just like usually a 7.3 usually does. And the only leak I'm still having with it is a fuel leak, but I think I figured out what it is now. I just have to get the part to fix it. And all it is on, I'm not gonna open the hood, but on the well, you know what? Let's open the hood. Nothing much has changed in here. Just same old in here. Nothing much is different. Needs to be cleaned in here, but that's about it. Alright, here she is, the old 7.3. I don't think I've actually ever showed under the hood of this yet. It's a little bit dirty, but I mean, it's the way it is. But this still even has the original, I don't even know what you would call that up there. It still has the bulb up there, but it doesn't work anymore, which is fine. Doesn't bother me too much. But anyways, the problem that it's having is right there is the fuel filter, and there's a valve on the back of it. I'm not going to see, it's too dark, but there's a valve on the back, and apparently the seals on that go bad after a lot of years. So that's what happened. The seals on that are bad, and because it doesn't leak when it's sitting here. It's only when it's running. And the more you drive it, the less it actually does it. It's only if you let it idle for a while, it'll leak a little bit. But as you can see, it's the drip in the front, right? Right there. You can't really see it. It's the drip right there. That's from the fuel filter. The other one's oil. And the other thing we can figure out what that is, because the engine's not using the drop, it's still perfect every time I check it. The other thing we can think of is the valve covers on this were replaced before I got it. You can tell because they're still shiny and new, for one. And the gaskets probably just went bad. You really can't, there's no light in here. Get my flashlight on my phone here and you might be able to see it. But the valve covers were replaced before I got it. There you go, you can see them now. It's it's nice and shiny and clean. The gasket's probably leaked and they just replaced everything, which is fine. But the other thing we can think of why it's leaking, still from there, is because it was probably leaking for a while before they did it. It's probably just sitting in the valley of the motor. So the only way that's gonna stop is if I clean off the thing. But it's really hard to get in there, so it's probably just gonna continually do that until it has no oil left. Sitting there, but that's probably what it is. Because like I said, it's engine oil for sure. It doesn't leak a drop or it doesn't use anything, so that's probably that has to be what it is. There's no other explanation. So close this down again. But yeah, it's for the most part pretty clean under here. The new batteries that are in it. The other ones were shot. Still has the tools under here, which is pretty neat. They're not broken, the tabs aren't broken or anything. So, whoever had this did take care of it. for the most part. I mean, engine-wise, really you can't do much about the bed rotting out, it seems like, with these. And now that it's all painted and everything, it's not going to ever do it again. But probably toward the end of summer, in the fall, I'm probably, even during the winter, I'm going to see about getting this whole entire thing repainted again. Because, I mean, this is close. The camera might not even show it. But this paint color is close, but up on the roof, I don't know if I've ever actually showed you the roof. Up here on the roof, it's all scratched and rusted a little bit. It looks like somebody probably went into like a parking garage or something. And there's those yellow things that go across. It looks like it just scraped the whole thing. It's really not showing it much on here, but it's scratched. So, and we've cleaned it off. It's not going to get any better than that. But anyway, after I'll probably get it all repainted again, and it'll be fine, the whole thing, and it'll be good to go. And plus, we'll be able to fix stuff like that. And there's some scratches up on the front of it there, so on the bed. So it'll be the same color. It'll be painted. Put a nice clear coat on it. It'll be easier to keep clean, and it'll be good. Now, for that, you might be able to see a difference already. So what's been done to the 318? Well, not much, except for maintenance, normal maintenance, like oil change and stuff. But I know a few of you guys know, but right after the plow day, I came home, mowed with this thing, and then had it parked over there by the house, and noticed, this tire went flat. The old turf tire went flat. I was like, how the heck did that happen? It didn't go flat at all during the plow day, which I'm thankful for. I'm glad I didn't do that. But it went to hold air. I would pump it up. It would go flat in like not even 12 hours. It would be flat again. So I'm like, okay, I'm not. They're mixed matched and they're old and everything, and they're kind of losing tread a little bit. I'm just gonna get new tires. So I got some V61s on this thing, and it looks sweet. I really didn't plan on buying the front tires for this yet, but I love them. Now that I have them, I kind of wish I got them a little bit sooner, but they provide so much traction on the front end. It doesn't slide sometimes on certain parts of our yard mowing. It would slide a little bit on the side when you would turn. It doesn't do that anymore. So, but really nothing else has changed with this. But now, I don't show this yet. There's something else in the shop right now. Next to my truck, you might have just seen the tire there. But behind the Honda is a 50-inch deck for 318. And you're probably wondering, well, why is that here? Well, my dad bought a 318, probably about a month ago now. I would show you it, but it's not here. It's getting worked on. It doesn't really want to run right. It's been, the guy that he bought it from, owned it for the past 3 years, and he didn't really use it a whole lot. He would take out, he said maybe every 2 weeks, run it for 15 minutes and put it away. Well, that's no life for those things. So it had old gas in it, and it just did not want to run right. And they screwed with the governor, so they had that messed up, so it would over-rev like crazy. So what we did when we brought it back is we looked at where the governor was on mine, and we set it to where that was, and it ran fine after that. And then he went mow with it, and then the first time it actually overheated, which is not good. But it mowed pretty good for maybe the first hour, and then within the last half an hour, he said, started running bad, and it did not sound happy. It did not want idle. It would only run with like 3/4 choke. So it's getting worked on right now, and we're assuming, hopefully it's just the carburetor, because the carburetor just needs cleaned or just rebuilt, because it's a 1988 18, but it looks better than this one. It does as far as the paint goes, but it only has like 700 something hours on it. It has like no hours. It might be almost 8, I can't remember, around there. But has like no hours completely at all on it compared to this one. And whenever the thing was running normal, it sounded pretty nice for the first 5 minutes. But whenever it was running half decent, it sounded perfect. But we're hoping that just after that, it'll run fine, and then he'll have a 318. If not, then I don't know what's going to happen to it. But the motor deck was repainted, as you just saw it. But that's a 50-inch deck. And that came with the tractor, obviously. Nothing else. It still has turf tires all around. This one is going flat a little bit. But it is a pretty decent tractor. I would show you if it's not here. And I wouldn't be able to run it anyways because we're lucky I even got into the truck to get it there. So hopefully whenever it comes back here, it's running perfect, and I'll show you to you. But it's obviously 88. It's still a P218. So I don't think anything's wrong with the motor itself. I'm hoping, because I mean, really nothing can go wrong with the motor ownings too much except for the flyball spacer, but I don't think it's the flyball spacer because it wasn't over revving after we fixed the governor problem. So hopefully whenever that comes back, it's probably gonna be there for a little bit because they're kind of backed up. But whenever that comes back, I'll make a video of it and I'll have to show you side by side and run around. Yeah, the nice thing about that though is the hydro on that one's really tight compared to this. And I mean, this doesn't make much noise on the hydro either, but that one's like extremely quiet. The only thing that with that one is the brakes are almost too good. They're like really tight. So we need to loosen them a little bit because they're just too much. But the only other problem that one has is the power steering center, at least like crazy. But what we're thinking is this one does every once in a while. I mean, that one's excessive. I don't know if the spot's on the floor anymore over here. Yeah, you can't really see it. It's under the deck. But yeah, that would leak excessively. But it might have the wrong hydro fluid in it too, which I don't know why people don't put high guard in this stuff. But that's not whatever. They can do what they want. But that might be the problem because whenever I first got this tractor, it had that Dextron stuff in it, and that cylinder leaked a lot. Then we changed it and put high guard in it, and it pretty much stopped it. So because high guard's, I guess, a little bit thicker or something. But anyway, probably gonna, like I said, do the video on doing the bed liner on that again. Probably the whole 9 yards, cleaning it a little bit, and everything. You'll look forward to seeing that at some point here in the next week or something. I have to still record it first, but the other last thing I'm going to show really fast is a few of you that were at the plow day already know. You didn't, but because we were talking about it a little bit. My dad got a new truck, and he traded his F-150 for this. Mostly because we're hauling that trailer. Just focus. We're hauling that trailer every single day with what we're doing now. So full of windows and doors and stuff. So he got this. This is a 2017 F-250 6.7 Power Stroke. So now we have two Power Strokes. 7.3 and the 6.7. I think we have the two better ones. Hopefully the 6.7 is good. It sounds like it is. So, but this thing just pulls like, this thing's crazy. It's really quiet though. But it's a little bit dirty, but what are you gonna do? But it's a pretty decent truck. Pretty nice interior with it. This is just well, it's an XL, but it's the XTX package, so it's a little bit nicer. But I think this is cool. They put Ford on the mirrors. I think that's neat. But this thing handles that trailer really well. The other cool thing is the backup camera on it. But even the exhaust they put on these is kind of neat. But the suspension, all the junk emission stuff underneath, if I can. All the emission stuff underneath, I can't really see it on my screen, but I don't know if you're seeing anything or not. I don't like that stuff, but what are you gonna do? You have to put DF in this thing. But now we have two Power Strokes. Obviously one's a little bit older than the other one. But I guess this one is taller than mine. Not by much. But pretty nice. I still like my 7.3 just because, well, it's mine and you just gotta love that sound. Turbo sound. I mean, this truck's still clean too for its age inside, so I don't mind it too much. But you know, he has this now, and pretty nice truck. And no, I'm not gonna say what he paid for the thing, but no, it's nowhere near where these go new. Because since it's the end of, it's a 2017, they're trying to get rid of all of them. So I'm just gonna say you got a pretty good deal on it. That's about all I'm gonna say about it. But other than that, like I said, this thing just pulls that trailer like nothing. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. It looks like it zoomed in. I'm gonna leave it there and hope to see the video on doing the bedliner in that again, hopefully for the last time. And probably mowing with this. There's really nothing to do with this except for mow, unfortunately. I was talking to somebody about getting a loader for this thing, and they've never gotten back to me, so I guess not. I don't know. But I was looking at it, it was a pretty good price. So I don't know what's gonna happen. If I end up getting it, then, well, you'll see. If not, then I guess not. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the one on that, and probably mine with this. And I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.